Hello, my name is Rachel, and I am participating in a community yard sale this coming Saturday, so I need to clear out my attic because I'm also moving soon. So I need to go through my attic and pull everything out because I'm pretty sure since I haven't touched any of it in 6 years, there's not a lot in there I'm going to need to keep. Now, my house is at Cape Cod, so this here is my bedroom, and it's basically a converted attic into a room, and then we have these little trap doors. I don't know if you can see those, and those are the storage spaces off to the sides. I did have new nice doors put in because the ones that were here previously were like all sorts of gapping and stuff, but this is the only one, because I have the 3, and this is the only one that has stuff in it. So this is the one we're going to clean out today. That's where we're going to start. This is my first time ever doing a live, so I'll try to figure it out. Oh, hi. Hi, Molly. Okay, I see that chatting does work. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. All right. So I'm going to, I guess, just get started. I guess we just need to get started because basically I was just hoping someone could keep me company while I was doing this. So if I don't, I'll try to remember that, you know, we're doing this together and not just be off to myself. You know, in my own little world. I'll try to remember we're together. All right, let's start. Let's get into this thing. Okay. It's like, this side is only filled till about halfway because I would just shove things in and not actually go into it that much, and I would just push things back with the new stuff I shoved in. All right, so this first box, this is like an electric train set. Hello. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce that screen name, Huine Dark, but yeah, so this is it's a little G.I. Joe electric train set. When I was little, I loved G.I. Joe. I was obsessed, and I had a lot of G.I. Joe toys, but I don't really remember this particular thing. Looks like there's some tanks down in here. I guess that's the engine part. I guess I don't need to go through every single bit in every box, but it's got like a tank and stuff, which I think went on looks like goes on the back of like a train car or something. But yeah, so G.I. Joe electric train. I can probably let that go, although this I might want to research and see if it has any collector's value, although I can't imagine it's in great shape being boxed like this. Oh, and look at the box. The box was a beverage dispenser, Pepsi beverage dispenser. Like obviously a toy one. From Sears even. Okay, let's move on. Okay, let's see what's in our second box. Eventually I will have to crawl in there, but right now there's stuff I can just grab. Alright, second box. What is this? Oh, this is also from my childhood. My old laser tag gun. So it has like the sensor, the strap, and the gun with holster. My brother got this for me for Christmas in like the 80s because my mom wouldn't get it for me because she didn't like the idea of guns and me shooting at my friends. Hope there's not still batteries. Oh, thank goodness. I was like, hope there's not still a battery in here because that would be a disaster. Thank you. Hello. But yeah. This is definitely going to be interesting. I'm gonna need light. There's no light in here. What is this thing? Oh, this is just a random cat thing that my cat's never used, but they're supposed to want to rub through it and go through it and stuff. But that's definitely getting sold at the yard sale. Wonder if the vintage laser tag set. Oh, hey Angela. Wonder if the vintage laser tag set would have any like collector's value. I should look into that too. Oh, I do have a flashlight. I'm gonna need it because it's dark in here. There's no lights, of course, in these little. Oh, what's this? Out from underneath the box. Oh, I'm going to be needing this soon. Gotta clean this up. It's a soft cat carrier. And since I'm moving, I'm going to be moving the cats as well. And I have 2 hard cat carriers, and this will be my 3rd one because none of them like to share a carrier. I have 3 cats who are all family, who all wish they were only cats. Let's see, what's next? Here is a bag. Oh, forgot about this. I don't really decorate for Christmas anymore. I used to, but for some reason Christmas just it's just not my holiday anymore. I'm a Halloween girl, but Christmas doesn't do it for me. But this is a really pretty tree skirt. It's got it's velvet, and it's got like the satin trim. You can see it wraps around your tree. So that's pretty. And that'll definitely get put into the yard sale pile. I know I do have a bunch of Christmas stuff in there because, like I said, I shoved it in there and then didn't look at it again. I haven't pulled any of it out, and I guess I've lived here for like 6 or 7 years now. And stuff goes in, but it almost never comes out. Oh, this girl's face. Let's see. A bucket full of dirt. I'll probably just throw that away. But yeah, bucket full of dirt. That's a useful thing to just randomly have in your attic, right? Just a bucket full of dirt. This was my old fake Christmas tree. I don't know if you can see it, but I know you're thinking I should have a black Christmas tree, but I had a white Christmas tree. When I bought this a very long time ago, my roommate and I, every year we would do a different theme for Christmas and a color. So we would choose, like, one year we did blue and silver, one year we did purple, and so we would just do that, and they would show up really pretty on the white tree. So that's why I had a white tree. And that is definitely going into the yard sale pile because, like I said, I just don't set up for Christmas anymore. Oh, also, comments fade really quickly. So, if I don't reply to your comment right now because I don't see it, sorry about that. And I'm not sure if it saves the comments and I can go back and like look at them later. I don't know if it does that. But I do apologize if I'm not replying to comments because they fade quick. Another filled with dirt, but this is like an old bathroom trash can. And I'm going to clean that out and add that to the yard sale pile because apparently I don't need it. Or if I do decide I have a use for it, I can put it to use. Soon I'm going to have to start crawling in there. What's this? Oh. This is the foundation cover to my Sleep Number bed. I used to work for Select Comfort back in the early 2000s, like 2003 to I think 2008, because I was there for 5 years. And so I have a Select Comfort bed that I bought when I started working there. So my Select Comfort bed is about 20 years old. But this is what the cover for because it sits on a hard foundation base. I agree, non-green trees are the best. And yes, purging is necessary. I don't do it enough. I have slight hoarder tendencies. I'm not quite hoarder yet, but I've noticed the tendencies. It'll be that, I can't throw this random thing I haven't touched in 5 years away. I might need it next week. And then the funny thing is, every time I get rid of the thing, I do need it the next week. But if I keep the thing, I won't think about it again for another 5 years. But yeah, so this goes with my Sleep Number bed. I am getting rid of my Sleep Number bed before I move. So I'm glad I found that. So I'll be able to give it to whoever takes the bed from me. I've got a bunch of extra pumps and air chambers, and the cover of the bed itself is actually in amazing condition because I used 2 mattress pads the entire time I've used it. But yeah, so but I just won't have anywhere to put it, so it's going to go. Yeah. Anyway, move on. Let's move on. There's more stuff in here. Treasure trove! These are my old G.I. Joe toys! Well, first off, this isn't G.I. Joe toy, but this is a Darth Vader costume. I forgot my mom had got me this years ago, because like some of you might remember the picture of me when I was 3 years old in like the old-fashioned Darth Vader costume. A few years back my mom found this one, which is like the more adult version of that same cheap plastic type of costume, and got it for me. So this is like, it's got like the 2-part helmet, mask, oh my goodness, and of course the black, I guess, jumpsuit type thing. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. I might start sneezing a lot too. I do apologize for that. All this cleaning I've been doing has all this dust. I'm stirring up dust and cat hair. So much cat hair. But yeah. So yay, Darth Vader thing. I'm tempted to keep it just because nostalgia, but we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. I have the ice snake. I wonder if any of these G.I. Joe toys have any collector's value. They're probably not in great condition because I really played with my toys. I played hard. Like, I have a bunch of G.I. Joe comics too, but they're all in well-read condition, so I don't know if they would have any value. But yeah, it's all in here. Heck, it even still has the instructions, and for some reason I kept the outer plastic bits that you would snap out the useful bits from on the inside. That's like me. I'm one of those people who like almost never removes plastic, like the protective covers from things until I have no choice because they're just peeling off from all edges. So yeah, it tracks it. Even back then I was saving unnecessary things. But yeah, we got that. That's still in box, but the box is a bit beat up. I had a jet piece just fell off of it, and if the pilot's still inside. I'm pretty sure all of my G.I. Joe figures, the rubber bands inside of them have dry rotted and now they're just in pieces, because that's all that holds them together, this rubber band between 2 little hooks on the inside. And those rubber bands dry rot, and especially keeping them in an attic for, you know, forever. Oh wow, it's unraveling. But the seat has a little parachute. How awesome is that? Okay, I gotta move on. I gotta stop focusing so much on things. I got a lot to do. I'm not sure what to do with these toys. I guess I should look up and see if they have resale value before I just randomly sell them for nothing at a yard sale. But there's more. I think this was like the Wolverine. I think that's what this thing was called. I think this was the thing that Lady J drove. But yeah. One of these vehicles, I think it might have been this one, you saved up points and you got it in the mail. So I saved up points from all the other toys I bought and was able to get one of these vehicles for free. Actually, no, it's this one coming up, because there's a bunch of them. And I remember now, they accidentally sent me like twice. And I was so excited. But yeah, the armored missile carrier thing. It's wrapped in plastic. I'm guessing my mom might have done that, because at some point she did give me this box of toys after I moved out. But yeah, so we've got a couple of these. Oh, this is the thing that was called the Wolverine, not that other thing I just showed you. This was the Wolverine. And that was the thing that I did get free with points. And then I do remember I was so excited because they messed up and sent me a second one. I got a second package just out of nowhere. And it was like so amazing when you're like, I don't know how old I was, 12 something, I don't know, maybe younger. I don't remember. What was I in the 80s? Well, I was born in 73, so if this was like 88, I guess that have made me like, I can't do math, 15. That sounds old to have been playing with my G.I. Joe toys, but I feel like I still was. thing? Do I somehow have a third Wolverine? No, whatever that thing was, it's bigger. I think this might have actually been the swamp cruiser thingy that Zartan used. I think. I'm not sure. Well, no, it says G.I. Joe on it, so it wouldn't have been Zartan's. He was Cobra. But, oh no, his swamp thingy was like a, I see it now. His swamp thingy was like a, what's that called? Like, I can't remember what you would call it, but here it is, so you'll know what I'm talking about. But yeah, that was... Oh no, this one's G.I. Joe too. So where's the swamp thing? I don't know. Maybe I don't have it anymore. But yeah, because this also has the G.I. Joe logo on it. Where's all my Cobra stuff? Here's something definitely Cobra. Still has the driver inside. Nice. It's like I don't remember much about this stuff, but there was a time where I could have told you every detail and every spec of every single one of these things. I'm sorry guys, your stuff faded before I could read it again. I'll try to pay more attention to that. What is this? Instructions. I'm just curious because it's just like a ramp. I'm like, why is this bag separately on its own? But it has, like, a lot of these things still have the paperwork in them, which is interesting. But I do remember I was obsessive with keeping all of that too. Like especially, oh, it was a little bivouac. But yeah. I was obsessed with keeping, like, because on the back of the, what does that say? Yeah, I definitely need to, like, these toys, I definitely need to look up these toys. These do most likely have some sort of value. Yeah, so these I'm definitely going to have to do a little more work and research with. Thank you, Hobbs. But yeah, I was obsessed with these things, the cards. They were on the back of every character's package. Hi, Ingrid. Oh, I was born in 73, not 75. I just turned 50 this year. But thank you. But yeah, this is his information card. Apparently he's a driver, and he's Crankcase. Crankcase was the striker driver. But yes, there's a Jeep. Yeah, I probably should have taken better care of all of these. Like, my mom just handed me the box at some point, and I just like, oh, childhood toys, shove them in the attic and forget about them. Okay, so this is, not sure what this is. Okay, this is definitely a Cobra thing. I think this might find... Oh yeah, this is the swamp thing. Zartan's swamp thing. Yeah, okay, finally found that. Random missiles. What I believe is a Cobra helicopter. Nice little helicopter there. Oh. No? Like, this looks like a second... Oh. I knocked I was like, this looks like this belongs to the jet I already showed you. It does. I knocked it off. And it fell on the bottom of the box. A little snowmobile. More parts of the jet. Probably also goes on the jet. And then this thing, which I have... Looks like it's a ramp of some sort. Yeah, just, I guess, a bridge. To build bridges over things or something. Maybe some sort of portable bridge. I don't know. I don't know what that is. There's only one more thing in this box, and then we can see what other treasures are in here. And this is a missile defense unit. So it's just like a little wall. Alright. Let me get all this back in here real quick. Ah. Okay, but that's the side. Let's move on. Darn it. I wasn't fast enough again. I wish they would leave the chat up on the side for me, but it just like fades after a few seconds for some reason. Oh, where's my flashlight? I've already lost my flashlight. Oh, there it is. This is daily life with me. Where's that thing I had 2 seconds ago and put somewhere obvious? I gotta start crawling in here a little more. Alright, we have an old suitcase. I, of course, will have to... Sounds empty. Should be empty. This will probably get sold at the flea market because I have lots of suitcases and I need to get rid of multiples of them. But the other ones are not in the attic. They're over on the other side of my room. But yeah, this one's really cute. I'm not sure I even use this one that much. Alright, let's see what this is. Looks like a lot of Christmas stuff. That's an insect that needs to go away. But this top box. Oh, Christmas ornaments. So next we're getting into a bunch of old Christmas ornaments. I'm not going to unwrap everything here. I doubt these are as exciting as... Here's a few that are not wrapped up. I do vaguely remember my mother used to get me like a horse or a unicorn every Christmas, so I think this is just that collection of horses and unicorns. Hey, Tabby! Thank you, Adrian! This is my first one, but I am going to try to do another live, possibly Wednesday, to declutter my makeup, because that's something else I want company for. And maybe you guys can help encourage me to throw out lipsticks that are 10 years old that I'm just like, oh, but the packaging's pretty. But yeah, so all the Christmas ornaments and stuff I'm probably going to get rid of at the yard sale, just because I just don't use it. Stuff's been in here. It's the base for my fake tree, and just a random large stack of like brown paper lunch sacks. I don't know. But you know, I can probably use these for vending, because I know last year when I was doing Dark Force Fest in New Jersey, I didn't know that in New Jersey you can't have plastic bags. So I was like breaking the law. My Halloween stuff is all over the house. It stays up year round. But yeah, so I was breaking the law in New Jersey at Dark Force Fest. Because I was giving out plastic bags. I didn't know that you could only use paper in New Jersey. So these will actually come in handy now that I'm thinking about it. But just weird that there's this random huge stack of brown lunch bags that have been here for 7 years. What is this? Oh, just more ornament hooks. Fancy ornament hooks and regular ornament hooks. So yeah, this is a bunch of Christmas stuff, and then it's just a bunch of glass Christmas balls. There's 2 boxes of these. This was obviously a color scheme that Jenny and I had done one year. Jenny was my roommate for a long time. When I lived in Winchester, she lived with me for a while. When I moved to Centerville, she lived with me for a while. She's one of my oldest and dearest friends, and we lived together for quite a while, up until like the mid-2000s, I'm gonna say. But yeah, okay. Christmas ornaments, definitely yard sailing. Oh no, now I really am gonna have to like crawl into here. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, so I think I've drug everything up to the door. So, what is this random? Oh, these are hubcaps. I think these are hubcaps from my old car. Like I lost one, and then to get the same type of hubcap for that model car, it was a Toyota Yaris, I had to buy a set of 4. Well, maybe I lost 2 because there's only 2 in here. But yeah, random hubcaps maybe somebody can use. We'll try to put those into the yard sale. Yeah, like, I'm always terrible at getting rid of stuff, but I have to right now because of the the yard sale coming up. I needed to get all my stuff ready for that, plus moving. I don't want to move all this random stuff I haven't used in years. I keep carrying it from house to house, and I feel like I need to break that cycle on a few things. But yeah, okay, so hubcaps, definitely yard sale, and if no one buys them, I'll just send them to Goodwill. Oh boy, am I going to have to vacuum after all this. Another random box. These are the punching gloves for my Slam Man. I don't know if any of you people remember Slam Man. He was like an exercise thing. He was a punching dummy. Basically, you filled his base with water, and then he had like a Simon Says sensor where he'd light up and you had to punch where his lights were. Hey, Jane. But yeah, so I still have my Slam Man. I should probably get rid of him, but at the same time, I'm always like, one day I'm going to use him, I swear. So we'll find out. I'll decide between now and the weekend if I'm going to sell him or not. I've been keeping him. He lives on my sun porch with one of my mannequins, and he like scares the delivery people. Like, I had a delivery guy once go, I thought there were people there in your porch. No, just a mannequin and a Slam Man. I put a wig on the Slam Man. And my mannequin's wearing one of my scale mail tops. But yeah, so punching gloves. Oh, wow. Very dirty, but very vintage lingerie box. However, there's definitely not lingerie in there. Let's see what's in this box. Oh, just a bunch of randomness is in this box. Oh, I completely understand. As I was talking about earlier, it's like, you're like, but I might need this in 5 years, and then you never touch it again. But an old friend of mine. This is a trip down memory lane. This is Jenny. This is the young lady I was, well, you know, she's younger than me. She's, I think, 6 years younger than me, so in her 40s now. But this is back when we were young, and probably lived together at this time. We used to do this thing where we would wear, like, kind of the same outfit to the club, and then people would be like, hey, did you know someone else is wearing that same outfit? And we'd act all like, oh, no, that's crazy, because we were young and silly. Here we are again. That was, like, one of my first apartments in Winchester, Virginia, right before I bought my townhouse. Actually, this whole apartment was like this bedroom. It was like an attic. So you can see, I don't know if you can see from that picture how the walls are slanted down, because it was basically an attic, like this bedroom is. But that was they turned it into an apartment. And then, it's just a random friend on going to prom. This is a cat I feel incredibly guilty about. Can't remember his name anymore. He was a beautiful Persian. He belonged to a friend of mine, and I was supposed to be watching him, but I had a cat too, and they weren't getting along, and he kept peeing on things, so I made her take him back. And then the other person, because she was in a situation where she couldn't take care of him, unfortunately, and then the new person she gave him to let him out, and he came to a bad end. And I felt guilty about that I didn't do better for that poor cat. But anyway, I have a bad habit of beating myself up over stupid things. If the box were in better shape, probably it might have some value, because that is like, this does appear to be from like maybe even the 50s, but it's just really beat up. And then there's just like a Betty Page lighter. My rosary, which I've never been Catholic. My father was raised Catholic. I think this was my grandmother's rosary, so I think that's why I have a rosary. But my father was raised Catholic, therefore he was not interested in doing that to his children. He went to Catholic schools. And then it looks like there's just some old letters in here from people that I may not even remember. Actually, these two cards, I do remember Daniel. He was an old friend. Petra is a girlfriend that used to live here in Richmond, like the first time I lived in Richmond, in like 92, I want to say. Her and I became really good friends, but then when I moved back to Richmond 6 years ago, she was still here. Well, she had come back here. She had gone to California at some point and she came back here, but she had drug issues and she died of an overdose, unfortunately, a couple years ago. And like the whole time I was here in Richmond, we would try to get together, but she had this habit of always canceling, so I never got to see her one more time, really, before she unfortunately died. But I'm laughing because of this. This was a prediction. It says, destined to become an old lady with lots of cats. Yeah, that's accurate. Okay, so just a random box of randomness. I feel like most of this stuff I'll probably keep because it's nostalgic, but I'll go through it more thoroughly and see if there's anything I can toss. It's my old Ouija board. I think my mom got this for me at a like a flea market, like indoor flea market type thing. But yeah, it's just the, you know, looks like it's probably from the 80s. Parker Brothers. Parker Brothers Ouija board, which apparently she bought for $7 at some point. But yeah, I also have an antique spirit board, because, you know, that one wouldn't be a Ouija board because Ouija is a brand. But I do have an antique spirit board downstairs. Aha, these are my binoculars. Sorry, I keep missing the comments. But binoculars, I actually had a very similar case to this sitting downstairs on a shelf. Oh, thanks. Thank you, Tammy. Oh, Elvira lighter? Because I just showed a Betty Page lighter, didn't I? I'm like already losing track. But yeah, so it was a very similar bag to this downstairs on a shelf, and I was positive it was my binoculars. And then the other day I opened it up because I was cleaning those shelves, doing this same sort of thing, and it was an old Polaroid camera. Which I should have known, because it actually did say Polaroid on the case. The case was almost identical to this, but said Polaroid right here. I was just so sure it was my binoculars. But nope, here's my binoculars. And oh, my multi-tool. I wondered where my multi-tool had gotten off to. I kept considering buying a new one because I didn't know where it was. But here it is. Yay! Oh, there's an Elvira spirit board? Oh, I bet that's pretty. I bet that one's fun. Yeah, I love spirit boards. There are so many really cool ones out there. And a random ski mask with very dry rotted elastic attached to it. I mean, like... Interesting. I've never robbed a bank, but I have a ski mask. Okay, and that's it for that box. Eek. Okay, let me grab another one. Oh. I didn't know Killstar also has a spirit board. Everyone has a spirit board. I need to pay closer attention. Oh, I keep forgetting my light. We're actually getting towards the end. There's only a couple more things here. Random shower rod, which I think I had initially purchased because this closet over here needed a new bar. And I think I had initially purchased this for that, but it didn't work out. Because I also have this, not in the attic, but behind the attic door, this wooden dowel, which I was also going to do the same thing with. This is an old house with a lot of history, so I'm not surprised. I am not surprised about orbs. I know some of them. Some of them are definitely just cat hair, because there's cat hair everywhere in this house, and, you know, the lights and the dust. But some of them move in strange ways. But anyway, that's not the point. That's not what we're talking about. We're not ghost hunting today. We're looking at these two random. This one is longer, so I think I bought this one, it wasn't long enough. I bought this one, it might have been like too long, or either not long enough or too long. And then the one I got, you can actually telescope it, so it had more adjustability to it. So that's the one that I actually finally found that worked. All right, let's see what else we got here. Oh, it would help if I use the flashlight. Another random box with just a couple of weird things in it. Alright, let's start here. This is a very old jewelry box, antique jewelry box, which has, this is a fake class ring. I used to work at a jewelry store that sold class rings, and they went out of business, so they were just going to throw out their display of the fake class rings, and I took them all. I'm not sure where the rest of them are, but this is one of them, because there were like, I want to say like 5 of them. But a broken comb, the rhinestones that used to be glued to it, and a rhinestone hair like pin thingy. My Chi-Chi's name badge. Oh, darn it. I don't read fast enough, guys. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I worked at Chi-Chi's for a whole one night. I was I think 18. They were training me to be a hostess. Right? It's possible. Like, I've had friends who are more sensitive than I am, because I don't notice anything. I don't feel anything. But stay in my one guest bedroom and say that they had just the craziest, weirdest, like, dreams all night that they felt was something reaching out. And so it's possible something has happened here. This house was built in the 40s, but I myself have never experienced anything, because like I said, I'm dead, you know, psychically, I guess you would say. I don't feel anything from the spirit world. But yeah, one night they put me in this ridiculous little off the shoulder mini skirt silly outfit. And I hated it so much from that one night, I never went back. So yeah, my one night at Chi-Chi's. Oh, and Wendy's. Wendy's was one of my first jobs out of high school. My very first one was a little local steakhouse, and then I got the job at Wendy's as well. And then when I first moved to Centerville, Virginia, when I first moved out on my own at 18, I also worked at Wendy's there for a while. So I was a Wendy's employee. You cannot pay me enough to go back to fast food. Fast food is some of the hardest, like, least thankful work you will ever do. Like, they deserve to be paid well in fast food, because that work sucks. Random lighter. It says Jack's. Yeah, no, there's nothing in there. It's I don't know why I'm keeping a random lighter. I think I could throw this random lighter away. I have a trash bag over here. I expected to run into more trash than I have so far. Alright, let me put this back. I'll probably get rid of the jewelry box, but keep a couple of the random things that are inside of it. My priority mail labels, these are supposed to be down in my mail room. I don't know how they wound up in a random box in the attic. One vintage black satin glove. Maybe there's a second one in here? No, there's just one. Just one vintage glove. A dollar? So, did someone send me $1? I didn't know you could do that. But yeah, just one pretty little vintage glove. Yeah, like I said, a lot of the orbs that you see are just going to be dust and cat hair because it's an old house. It's full of dust. It's extra full of cat hair. Like, especially when I'm in the Poshmark room. Oh, thank you, Tabby. I didn't know that was a thing. I appreciate you. But yeah, so the orb thing, yeah. Like, but usually my the room I normally film in, I actually keep the cats out of most of the time these days. Oh, that's so cool. Things I'm learning today. Yay! But yeah, like, what was I talking about? Oh, the orb thing. So like when you see them in my normal filming room, those are possibilities of actual orbs. But if you see them in my Poshmark room, there is so much dust in that room. That I swear that all that's just probably just dust. I keep the cats out of there too, but that room for some reason is particularly dusty. Like you see the, you know, when the sun shines through the window and you see all the little, I used to think they were fairies, but all the little dust spectacles. That room for some reason is extra dusty. And yes, I vacuum it. Oh, that's why I want to go live more often. I don't know. I kind of feel guilty. A little bit, like, thanks guys, but you don't have to send me money. But I guess I shouldn't say no. It's like buying me a drink at the bar, right? If we were in person, you'd buy me a drink, so I shouldn't freak out if I get $1. Oh, what's this? There's a jewelry box with this really random scarf thingy in it. This looks like something my mother probably gave me once upon a time. But yeah, I'm not sure. I guess it's just a necklace that you tie. It's interesting. But yeah, that's definitely headed towards that yard sale. Because apparently I didn't even know I had this. But that's interesting. That's fun. Let's see what else we got here. This is just another box with just like these random things thrown in the bottom. Oh, price tags. From when I used to do a lot more clothing vending. Trash bags and a it's for snaps, for attaching snaps to like garments or purses or stuff. Thank you, Tabby. But yeah, that's. I have a different type of these where it's like the little, you put it on and you hammer it down, but this one is the one that you can just, in theory, press them together. So I should probably put this with the rest of that type of crafty stuff. A wrist brace because I think I mentioned to you guys before, I worked in a factory for 8 years and I was heading towards carpal tunnel. Because you do the same repetitive motion over and over again. You gotta cut there's these little pieces of, when they come out of the injection molding machine, they would have this, what they called a sprue, which would be like nail-sized piece of plastic sticking out of the bottom of the part, and you would clip it off. So you'd clip it off with these power clippers, and they were heavy. So you'd go like that, and then you'd put it under this machine that would smooth it out on the bottom. So I had to start wearing one of the braces after a few years because that repetitive motion, because almost every product had something along those lines on it, was beginning to cause carpal tunnel symptoms. Random razor blade. Oh my goodness. Lisa Frank Cleopatra stickers. Oh, thank you, Hobbs. Yeah, I totes would be a step up from what I do. You know, just like all these random boxes. Totes would be a much better organization system. But yeah. But yeah, Lisa Frank Cleopatra stickers. How awesome is that? And they don't even look like they're in that bad a condition considering they've been in an attic for a long time. I need to put those somewhere where I can remember I have them because those are adorable. Oh, random Sandman stickers. We've got Death. And we have That which is, I can't read that word, can never be lost. Oh, that which is dreamed, of course, because he's dream. I have, like, for some reason I couldn't make out that said dreamed. But yeah, that which is dreamed can never be lost, can never be undreamed. So a Sandman sticker. These are from Hot Topic. A piece of really cool tissue paper that I just didn't want to get rid of because it was super cool tissue paper. I did throw away some fun tissue papers that I found somewhere else previously, but I think I'm still going to hang on to this one because this is like art. This is, I've never seen anything quite like this. So I can see why I was hanging on to that for no reason. Oh, this is a letter. I had a friend from way back in the early 90s club days who oh, please, like I said, no one feel like they need to send me money, please. Really? I might have to check out. I mean, the package was opened, but I'll have to see if anyone is interested in a single sheet of Cleopatra stickers. I'll have to look into that. Thank you. But yeah, way back in my early club days in DC, I had a friend who he joined the Air Force, and when he went into the Air Force, we wrote each other all the time. Like I used to, back in the 90s, I did a lot of actual letter writing. Like I can barely even type out a full email these days, but I used to do a lot of actual letter writing. But yeah, I would send him, like, because I had a bunch of friends who worked in a dance club, and I would send him photos of all the lovely ladies and some photos of myself too, but so he could show off to all of his bunkmates and brag about all the hot girls back home. And here is the Crow, just a trading card of the Crow buttons. I don't know why there's more. Oh my god, there's like 3 things of just buttons. Why? Why would I do that? Why would I just throw buttons in this box? And I have no idea what this is. It's got like a sticky, like it looks like you used to be able to stick it onto. Oh, it's like a non-stick pad that you would put on things, but it's just ruined, so I'm just tossing that out because there's no way you can peel that off anymore. But yeah, you get rid of that. Buttons, I have a thing of buttons somewhere. I'll just add these to my button collection. Alright, that box is empty. Oh, where's my flashlight? I think we're almost done. I think there's only 1 box left. Yep, this is it, guys. This is the last box. The only other things in the attic are on the complete other side. And it's just there are wooden benches that go to my dining room table. My dining room table initially had 2 chairs and these 2 benches. The set actually belonged to Jenny, who I was telling you about here earlier. But I still have that dining room set, and I put 4 chairs on it and put the benches in the attic. But the benches are the only other thing left and they're all the way at the other end, and then they're just benches in pieces. So it's like legs and the seat. And there's also a bunch of, because I installed a bunch of shelving when I moved, not shelving, but like clothing closet racks when I first moved in, because there were no real closets here. So I had to turn this whole back wall into like a closet. And I have a bunch of leftover pieces from that. That's also in there, but that's, again, not necessary, really, to go through. Oh, more G.I. Joes. Yeah, my room is technically a converted attic because it's a what's that called? Cape Cod style house, which they're considered a floor and a half. Most of them have even smaller spaces than this is the attic. I'm lucky that mine, I can still touch the ceiling, but just I got to get on tiptoes for it. So this one actually has decent like room to it. I don't know, the lid to that lingerie box is ripped in both corners, so I'm not sure, but I'll still look it up. Alright, so this is where I kept all of my file cards on the characters. Here's a bunch of the characters. I don't remember all of them, but obviously Destro and Baroness. Yeah, I don't recognize the regular. Oh, well, He's a laser rifle trooper, if I can believe the sticker. And he's counterintelligence, if I can believe the sticker, but I don't know if they're in the right spaces here. Wasn't he like some magician dude? This guy right here? Didn't he have like a crystal ball or something weird like that? I would if my house wasn't so torn up right now from preparation of moving. So like it's not actually decorated in any way right now. I've already torn down a couple shelves worth of stuff. I've been taking small boxes of stuff to Bryant's just to feel like I'm doing something. I can't do the full move until we finish renovations on his detached garage, because that's going to be like my work area, and that's where most of my stuff is actually going to end up going. But my house right now is not in any way a good tour house. But as you can see, a lot of these G.I. Joes are in 2 pieces. Sorry, I keep jumping subjects, but that's because the only thing that holds them together is this tiny rubber band, and they dry rot. So I imagine if I touch any of these that aren't already in 2 pieces, like these 2 are obviously in 2 pieces, they'll just fall apart into 2 pieces. So I close that up. I think I can throw away this bag of goody hair ties. Another random thing. This super tiny screwdriver. The things that I'm like, oh, I'll just keep that. Yeah, I touched him, he fell apart. But here's a Cobra, like foot soldier. Yeah, Cobra officer. Fell out of this baggie. Put his parts back in there. Actually, you know what? I bet you that's what I bought. That's what I got these random goody hair ties for. I bet you I got these to fix my G.I. Joe characters. Because I think these are around the same size, I think. But I bet these are dry rotted at this point, too. Oh, no. No, they still have some stretch to them. But I bet you that's why I bought these. And I bet you that's why they're randomly thrown in with these G.I. Joe characters. That makes so much more sense now. I'll have to, like, try that later and see if that actually works. Here's Scarlet. I have 2. One of them is already in pieces. I don't even see her bottom half. It must have fallen out. But Scarlet was my favorite. Scarlet was my hero. I even dressed as her for Halloween one year. I don't know if I have a picture of that. I was like short and young and chunky, wearing this cat suit that I created to look something like this. Well, it was like I wore like a tan unitard over purple leggings and long sleeve shirt. But yeah, I'll have to see if I can find a picture of that at some point. But yeah, she was my favorite. She was my hero. I was obsessed with her. Here we have Jinx, one of the Cobra ninjas. This looks like a parasail thingy. No, it's a marine assault nautical transport. So it's like a, what are those things called? Wind boards? Like the board with the sail. More instructions for my Wolverines that I have like 3 of. Law and Order, the K9 unit. Oh, it's the rest of the screwdriver set. I might have them in here too, because there might have been some screws involved with these things. Maybe the G.I. Joes have a little screw in the back of them or something to, for fixing them, or maybe, I don't know, maybe that's why they're in here. But this is some sort of, I think it's an underwater, like, dive suit thing. Here's Halo Jumper. Like, a lot of these don't seem familiar to me, but, I am 50, and I was a teenager when I played with these. Then I could have told you everything off of their cards about them. I would have been able to give you all the information, all their backstories. I do remember Master of Disguise Zartan, though, because his character, he would, like, change color in the sunlight. Pack Rat missile launcher. The twins. I do vaguely remember the twins. I don't know if I had the twins, but I do remember them. But yeah, missile launcher. Machine gun. Oh wait, I have Zarina. That's one of the twins. A second canine? Dog handler canine. Oh no, this one, those were, the other ones were Law and Order. This one is Mutt and Junkyard. So Mutt and Junkyard. Law and Order, Mutt and Junkyard. I didn't remember there were two canine unit type guys. This I'm assuming is a parachute. Yep, parachute pack. This is a Cobra Polar Assault guy. See, I kept all their cards. I didn't keep the whole package, but I kept their cards. But like I said, I played with these. I played with these a lot. I was not keeping them for collectors. I was a kid. I was playing. This is a anti-armor specialist, codename Scrap Iron. Beachhead. Oh, there's a lot more in here. You guys okay with me just going through all these characters? Cobra Commander. This is codename Lowlight. Sergeant Slaughter. You guys remember Sergeant Slaughter? He was a wrestler. He was another one that you had to save up points to get. So I got him in the mail. I saved up points so I could get Sergeant Slaughter. It's hard to believe I remember this stuff like 35 years later. Dusty, he's the Desert Trooper. Storm Shadow, I should have been able to remember that one. He should be an easy one to remember. And then here we have Recondo. Quick Kick. And Shipwreck. I remember Shipwreck. I don't remember Quick Kick. Oh wow, this is like all the paperwork from everything. And it looks like maybe even mini comics in there? I'll have to go through that at some point. Here's a Cobra Viper. A flamethrower. One of the Crimson Guard. Firefly. He doesn't have his card, and I don't, he's a Cobra guy. Don't remember who he is, though. Maybe he was the magician guy, not the other one? I don't know, I don't remember. This is like one of the robot tech suits, I guess, for Cobra. And the only other thing in here is just a bag full of accessories, like their weapons and backpacks and other random assortment of weapons. Also a random backpack. And then the little hip thing that you could carry three things in. Quick Kick. Okay, so I guess I didn't have the twins. I just had Zarina. But I feel like she was part of that family, right? I can't remember. She was part of Zartan's family, I think. One of the swamp characters. But yeah, so yeah, that too. So anyway, so that's everything. We've done it. We've gone through my attic. There was actually less stuff in there than I thought. But I guess when I moved the last time, I did a good job of throwing a lot of stuff out. But yeah, I think we did good. So yeah, that's it, guys. Tell me what you think about all this. I guess I don't know, do the comments stay? I feel like the comments from the live don't stay after you turn the live off. But, because I feel like I've looked for the comments on other people's lives after the live was done and they weren't there. So I don't know. But anyway, doesn't matter. I hope you guys enjoyed this adventure with me. Okay, they don't see. Okay, I'm definitely going to have to look into eBay. Or do you think that they would still have any sort of value even though like their rubber bands are all dry rotted and they're falling apart? I'll have to look into that. I'm definitely going to have to research all the G.I. Joe stuff because some of that probably does have value. Oh, thank you so much, Nicole. I'm hoping to do another live Wednesday. I'm hoping you guys will help me be strong and throw away my old makeup. Because makeup is like one of those things where you're like, I haven't used this in years. It's sat in the same place, but look how pretty it is. And I'm sure a lot of it's very expired. So that's going to be our next live. This week isn't going to have any normal videos. It's just going to be the couple lives because I'm so busy this week. I just don't have time to do normal content videos. So if you're looking forward to normal content, I'm sorry about that. I should be back to that next week, but this week I'm just going to do these couple of lives. So hopefully you guys can join me again on Wednesday for another live. Thank you guys so much, and I guess I'll just say good night. Bye guys. Thank you.